This is the 2026 Polaris XCR PATRIOT 9R 137. There has been some changes and upgrades from previous year's XCRs to this year's, which we're going to touch on. The big thing is they used to be a 136 and a 128. This year they're going to be in a 129 and a 137.
Now with the upgrade in the skid, did they also change the track?
So yes, they did. So I'm glad you touched on that. XCRs used to be a 252 pitch. Now they're at their traditional 286 pitch. The other big thing is your torsion springs. So they're Longtail torsion springs on there now, which is new for this year. We had a lot of guys last year put them on their sleds, give it a little better ride and a little better handling. The all new Longtail rear suspension models the Pro CC Architect with a longer torsion spring mounted in the front of the front torque arm to deliver improved bottom out resistance and throttle on steering for riding through rough, aggressive terrain. The suspension is calibrated to be 20% stiffer than previous to take on the rugged trail conditions with confidence. Front shocks are going to be the same. Nothing really changed there. New color scheme for this year. This is your black with your dusk blue, they call it, but it doesn't look blue to me.
What's the cost of this?
23. Yep, right around 23. So your XCR comes standard with your heated shield plug. So you got that right there, and your tether. So your magnetic tether, so that comes standard on these. And then also your 7S with your GPS and all the navigation features. Hands down, I believe it's the best that's out there, to be honest with you. Your actual navigation through the gauge and that, you can zoom right in and it's right there at your fingertips. So you see we're on the trail system, which right across the street is a trail. So
I like the fact that you can control everything right from the handlebar too.
Yep, so it is touchscreen here, but yeah, if you want, you can navigate through with the touchscreen.
You know if your glove will work with the touchscreen?
It does, but not
well.
Not well.
That's
no.
why they give you the option here.
If you have a thinner glove on for if it's a warmer day, yeah, you'll be able to touch it, but I've had thicker gloves on and it doesn't sense it, so.
All right, well, the little kid in me wants to know how fast does it go?
So the 9R is a little bit slower top end, but than your regular 850s. So you can see the lights right there. Those are pretty cool. Top speed, I mean, I had one of these last year. I have one of these this year. You're probably looking like 95, 96 for top speed. Yeah, yeah. So they are geared differently. It's got a lot of low end and mid torque. And then once you get to the top end, it just, you're maxing out probably like 95, 96, which nowadays is enough.
Will you just explain what the XCR model is and what it's primarily used for?
Yeah, so it's your XCR's based off of the Polaris race sled, so it's going to give you stiffer shocks, stiffer suspension than your normal XC and your VR1. So your VR1 would be the next step down, especially with those Longtail springs on there. I mean, I'm 180, 185. I mean, it doesn't really move, and this is stock. So we get a lot of guys that want to put heavy duty springs on it. I mean, the XCR before did have stiffer torsion springs on it anyways, but this is just going to give you a little bit more comfort and a little bit more adjustability to rough terrain.
It's a good jumping sled too?
Perfect for jumping, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what it's meant for. It's meant for, it's so stiff that if you don't use it being aggressive or riding hard, yes, yep. You got to let the suspension do the work for you, but you really got to be an aggressive rider. This is the top of the line sled from Polaris in the trail segment. You start off with your XCs, which are just your base shocks and that, and then you move up to the VR1, which would get you the Velocity 2.0 shocks, and then you'd also get the gauge on there as well. But this is the top of the line package that Polaris offers right now for your trail segment.
Will you tell us what you think the reason behind the longer skid and track?
One of the reasons they changed from the 252 pitch to the 286 is just because they use that in all their other sleds, and I think it might be a little bit harder getting those tracks because there's not many of them. They're the only ones that really had the 252 pitch that were still using that. So I think they wanted just to streamline everything and keep it all the same so that you can run any track on it instead of having
not necessarily a performance thing, but
being a little bit longer. And then that encompassed having that your springs in there, and it's got reinforcements here. You can see that.
yeah, will you show us too about the adjustment for the spring?
Yep. So you got the adjustment right here. Right now it's on medium, but you do have low, medium, and high. So like I said, I'm about 185, 190. That felt pretty comfortable for me, but for the heavier guys, you can still stiffen that up more for it. So the brake system on it is a Matrix race radial brake system on there. So that's going to be bigger, allowing you to stop faster and easier. And then up here, your J hooks on your handlebars. That's something that is on the XCR. So those are dual. Normally there's only one. So now you have two of those on there. And then you have a front torque arm and reinforced pull rods and rail beams. And you also have the fourth wheel rear axle. So you got 4 wheels back here. Should give you a little bit better track flow, just having 4 wheels instead of 3. So it's equal on each side so that you have just fluid transfer of the track going around. 20% stiffer.
The rear skid.
Yeah, the rear skid. And more aggressive to take on the big bumps and whooped out trail conditions with confidence. Electric start, reverse, factory warranty. So your exhaust is a single 3-stage VES exhaust system with a clean fire injection fuel system. Fuel capacity are about 11.5 gallons. Just the dry weight of the machine is 500 pounds. Your front shocks, you're getting front travel of 9.5 inches in the front. And then the rear travel, you're getting 16.2 inches.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Have you jumped these XCRs? How do they jump?
I have. It's smooth. I mean, I got to ride these last year before they released the new 137. Yeah, I got to ride it in West Yellowstone for the first time. And I mean, they had a whooped out section there and they let people, I got pictures and videos of everybody. They said, just go hammer on them. So we just got to go out there, hit the whoop section. And I mean, it handles like a champ.
You like these better than the Skidoos?
I'm on this one this year. So yeah, at the moment, yes. Like I said, I rode one last year, but I didn't have the Longtail on it or anything like that. So I'm definitely interested to see how the difference is. I mean, I did get to ride it out there, but it wasn't for a long period of time. So to be able to put a couple 100 miles on it and get a feel for it, it will be our demo as well. So if we do get snow, people are more than welcome to try it out. Yeah, for all our viewers, leave a comment what you like about this sled, what you dislike about it, whether you're Polaris or Skidoo, leave a comment in there and we'll be sure to answer you. So if you are in the market for a new sled or used pre-owned sled, check out bibbensales.com. We're located here in Weedsport, New York.